Okay, so here we are, second time round. I'd made a complete video, about 12, 13 minutes in a nice location, nice countryside in the background. Got home, first time with this new Osmo Action Pro 4 camera, and uploaded it to my computer. The sound was all there, but it was just like one shot. So I think I'd had it set on photograph rather than video. It's a bit of a fucker. Anyway, welcome to my channel. This is the first video that I've made on this channel, on any channel on YouTube, in about 7 or 8 years. I used to post videos about fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, and some of those are still there. You'll find them if you want to have a look, but it's kind of old material now, but I just left them on. And I'm actually here today, and I'm going to entitle this video A New Dawn, because I'm starting over on YouTube, having had a very long sabbatical, and I'll try and perhaps explain why I'm back here shortly. But the whole idea is just to say hi and talk about roughly what I'm going to be talking about, hopefully for many years to come. I'm Steve. I live in the UK, have lived in Australia in the past, but kind of irrelevant. I live in the southwest, and I'm still a certified personal trainer. I've just renewed my nutrition coaching qualification, and I've done a certified life coach course as well recently, and I'll perhaps try and explain that either in this video or later videos, why I've gone down this route. But basically, I'm just introducing myself again and saying I'm pleased to be back. And although this is, I suppose, not nerve-wracking, but you kind of think, well, how am I going to sound? How am I going to look? I actually quite like doing video. So I don't give a shit what I look like, or, I'm just doing it because I want to do it. So just must learn not to hit the tripod as well. It'll all come in time. So the reason I'm back is because I've been doing a different type of business, still online business. I've been doing a lot of lead generation with Google Ads since 2017 actually, and sometimes it's been fantastic, sometimes it's been shit. I've ridiculously spent nearly closing on £3 million on advertising since then. So in 7 years, and I enjoy it. It's created a sort of lifestyle type business for me. I go to the gym a lot. I train. I do what I want when I want, but sort of felt that something is missing from my life. And again, it's one of those, and we'll certainly be talking about this, the whole thing of, do you just do something that's going to make you money? Or is that enough? And my answer is I don't think so, because I've been down that route. I'm still on that track and I'm still doing that work, but I found it quite unfulfilling. And although something's changed in recent times, that I have found an aspect of it that I find more fulfilling and more interesting as I've lost the importance and the attachment to making money with it, although we all need to make a living. This is the sort of, I guess, the idea, the catalyst behind me coming back onto this channel, because although a lot of people would have once said, or would still say, Steve, he's got his shit together. He's 56 years old. He trains hard at the gym. He's in good shape. He's got a business. It's location independent. He can do what he wants when he wants. All is not as rosy, or has not always been as rosy as it seems. And literally in the last, I'd say 6 to 7 months, I've had quite a profound change. And I feel that change, and what I think has been the cause or process behind that change, is something that I want to share with people, because I think it's valuable and I think it's important. And surely I ain't the only one who's struggled in the past with procrastination and a very scattered mind and jumping from one thing to the other and then moving on to the next thing. There's a name for people like that these days, and they call them multi-passionates, multi-potentialites, polymaths. And I think there's certainly something in that. I don't believe that you need to find a single thing and do it for the rest of your life. I think life is an unfolding story and things change as you progress. But I do think that I personally have found something that has made me feel an awful lot more happy and comfortable with life and has allowed me to make some really good progress, up my game, go up level up, I suppose you'd call it, in various aspects. And that is really going to be what this channel's about. And it's not going to be purely focused for men. Women, well, suffer with a lot of the same problems regarding that sort of thing as men do. But I think as a man myself, I feel that I've got obviously a much closer connection. I understand a lot of the trials and tribulations us guys go through, like when we're young, but certainly as we get older as well. And we're seeing potentially, not for me, I don't think, but for a lot of people, an end to their working life. 20, 30 years after that, what are they going to do? Are they just going to sit on their asses and do nothing and be miserable? Or are they going to try and lead the best part of their life as they move on? So this is going to be appropriate to all people, all men, I think, but certainly guys in their 40s and beyond. There's a bird up at the bird box. 40s and beyond, who are maybe going through a sort of crisis of identity and, you know, where do I go from here and what do I want perhaps the rest of my life to look like? And for me, to start with at least, I've got three major facets to this. Physical training is obviously one that's close to my heart. I've trained a lot of people in the past, exercise-wise, but also lifestyle, nutrition, etc. And so that's one part. And I think that is actually really the place to start. And I've got some ideas for that if you're coming from complete couch potato and you want to build habits that last and allow those habits to flow over into other aspects of your life. I really do think the physical realm is the place to start. And that, although I've been training for years, something changed when I did something, and I will talk about that in another video, that seemed to really be able to allow me to up my game and get an awful lot more discipline and also just enjoyment and desire to do stuff. And so from that physical area, we move into, you know, mindset. And there's so many people talking about mindset these days. Yes, I understand that. But there's always room for one more. And I'm not saying I've got a unique view on it, but I think everybody comes from a place where their life experiences, their beliefs, their limiting beliefs, cultural and societal impacts, give everybody a sort of quite a unique view on how they see the world and how they see things and how they feel that they are able to make progress or not. And a lot of the beliefs that we have are complete bullshit, which we tell ourselves, and I'm definitely going to be talking about that. But I like the idea of, you know, trying to help people find a mechanism to move through that. And I think I've got something that's going to be quite useful. So you've got physicality, you've got mindset, and then you've obviously got to make a living and you've got to have some sort of purpose in your life. And for me, from now, I want that to be sharing on YouTube, helping people, coaching people, maybe, if anybody wants it. But also I've got about 15 years in affiliate marketing, online business, and I'm still doing that now. And so I think that could be useful too. And be perfectly honest, everything ties in, everything is all interlinked and interwoven, and I really don't think you can or need to separate your life out into all these different tiers or what would you call it, just subject areas. I think what I'm hoping to do is to be able to pull all these different areas of interest that I have together and to create something that hopefully some people like, resonate with and get something from. And it's not all philanthropic. There's a selfish aspect to this because I really do feel, however sort of relatively uncomfortable I feel talking on video now, and mannerisms and voice and that sort of thing, I think there's really something profoundly useful to say what you think and talk about what's going on in your head out loud and share it. And I enjoy doing video. This is going to be awful, probably, because I haven't done it for a long time. I've got some new equipment, and as I said, I just did 20 minutes at a nice location that was just a screenshot with some audio behind it, but I think I've got it worked out now. So that's basically where we are, and I'm going to try and do maybe a video every couple of days, and I'm going to create a playlist or a number of playlists, and we'll drop different videos for different areas into playlists, although there's going to be a lot of crossover anyway. So that's basically where I am. Hello, welcome. I'm pleased to be back. It can only get better from here. Perhaps this is my worst video and everything will be better, but one of the important things is, don't worry. If you're going to do this, don't worry about it. It'll get better, it'll get worse. Just turning up is the important part. So I've turned up and I've introduced myself, and I hope that if you want to subscribe, leave a comment, follow what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, we can forge a nice friendship and we can all learn from each other. Thank you.